and I'll cut back to you guys in just a second when we have everything ready, and we are now going to be bagging my girlfriend's Mark 6 TDI. It is time to bag my girlfriend's Mark 6 TDI. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut to this part of the video because there's so many people in there, it's really loud, so I can't really talk much, but we pretty much just got the rear side in and we're working on the fronts right now. I'm going to try to do a little bit more in depth on how I do it. I am going to show you guys where to run the line, where everything was ran, how we did it and everything, but bear with me. It might be a little quiet. I might have to do a voiceover video, but we're going to get there. Her car is honestly almost done, so very excited, very grateful for Raceland for helping us out. But anyway, let's go ahead and get back into the video. And I'm going to cut to how we ran the line from the front of the car to the rear. Okay, so take the battery out of the TDI. This grommet right here. Stab a hole with the screwdriver in there. And then you're going to go over here. And it's gonna come out. And so, as you can see right there, is, if my finger come in, right there is where it comes out. You're gonna take this trim, not all the way off, but most of the way off, okay? We run the controller wire through here. We're gonna zip tie it back there so it doesn't interfere with the brake or the driver pedal. We're gonna probably end up zip tying it up here somewhere. And then we took this trim off as well. And you're gonna take it, you're gonna run it all through, back behind here, take these out. We didn't even take this one off. So, then you're laying it all down in here. And here as well, all through. Took this out. To get that, you gotta take this out right here. And then shoved it up through here, shoved it down there. And then it comes out hidden right here, and then it enters the trunk. So this doesn't need to be anything crazy. And then over here, swivel end link. You already took it off. Right here's an M6, and then it goes back here. Jack her up, and we're good to go. Put it YouTube. So pretty much you guys are going to want to drill a hole up in here for the rear bag, and then you're going to rivet it up into, so that you can spin the bag into the actual body of the car. All right, guys, surprise, surprise. Here's the voiceover. Here's how to route your line itself. So we routed it outside of the car. In the trunk, there's those two grommets. So obviously the driver's side is on the left, the passenger side is on the right. Both sides are pretty much the same. Here's how it's going to work. They are going to come out of the bottom right here in the trunk area. The rear is going to go into the control arm instantly. It is going to go in there. It is covered. It is safe. My GTI has been like that for years. And it's going to plug straight into the bag from the lower control arm. So the front is going to go above everything. Try to just get it above everything as much as you can. Just don't let it be in the way of moving parts. You're going to go ahead and zip tie it to anything hard such as this. The brake lines, the fuel lines, anything, and shove it under this plastic trim. What I did was get a long piece of metal, or a hanger is ideal, and tie the line to that and then pull the hanger all the way through that. That way you don't have to take out that plastic piece. I didn't zip tie it up. It doesn't really matter. But anyway, both sides are going to be about the same. Maybe a small difference. You'll see as you go, but it should be about the same. So now the airline in the front is going up and under, and it's going to pop out, and it's going to go above the axle right here to my left, and it's going to go up there, and then it's going to connect to the leader line that is going to go through this hole that I'm going to be pointing at in a second, and that is going to hold it in place. You can zip tie it. There are a couple things up there you can zip tie to, but you're going to see in just a second, if I stop talking where you guys can't even hear me, this hole, the silver leader line is going to go through there, and you're going to connect that line straight into that. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but this one is not going to fit through on the passenger side. It might, but we didn't. we took out this bolt, this one, and this one, and we shoved it behind here. Can't even see it, but I do just want to make note, this is how you tighten the strut. So it's opposite, I believe. So you get on here, you're going this way, tighten it, and you're pushing up towards the car. You're not pulling, obviously. That should tighten it up. Surprise, here's another voiceover. So this is a very short clip of where to zip tie everything. I didn't do a very good job at it. You'll figure out where to zip tie it as you're going. It's kind of common sense. But another issue we did run into that I didn't mention was that we did have to cut the strut tower in order to adjust the camber. If you do not have the camber set prior, then you're going to have to cut the strut tower so you can get to those camber bolts in the front that is mounted to the top hat so that you can adjust the camber. Not a big deal. We cut it, but we did not add any camber. Anyway, we also had an anti-climatic scene here in just a second when the car didn't air out fully, but it did in the end. Wheels are on. We're ready to drop her on the floor. All right, guys, now we are going to go ahead and finish assembling my girlfriend's TDI. I think we have everything in. We're just double checking, making sure that everything's bolted in right, everything's tightened and everything. All right, guys, if I haven't shown the reveal yet, here's the reveal to bagging my girlfriend's Mark 6 TDI. Getting dark on me right now, but I just have to end the video right here and say a huge thank you to Raceland. Without you guys over at Raceland, this would not be possible. We did not have the finances, we did not have anything ready to bag the car, but Raceland, you guys hooked us up, and I'm very, very, very grateful for all of the support you have always given me and the support you are now giving my girlfriend as we bagged my girlfriend's Mark 6 TDI. Really quick, I just want to give a couple pointers to things that I experienced and my friends experienced when we were bagging the car. So the rears, they come with a mount that sits in the lower control arm. If you trim that mount, it's going to make the rear end up airing out lower. So like right now, as you can see, it is like almost tucking wheel right here. But when I trim that piece down on both sides, all in all, the rear is going to be airing out even lower than that, which is going to be great. We were just trying to get the car on the road. Another issue we ran into was airing out the front, and that's not a strut or bag issue. That's simply like a Volkswagen issue. One, her frame is not notched, which means the axle is actually hitting the frame. Now, we're not planning on notching her frame, but it will make the whole front end sit lower, but we're not going to worry about that anytime soon or at all. Second thing I want to just touch on is the front fenders. So the front fenders have a little tab in there for the fender liner, and there's actually a screw that goes into the fender liner to hold it in place. We did completely remove that screw, and I actually heated up that whole fender right there, and I pinched together that little tab. That way she could air out and it wouldn't invert the fender when like she airs back up. It wouldn't pull it out. Granted, it's still very, very, very tight, and these are 18x8 plus 45 wheels. All in all, it went very smooth. There was a major issue that we ran into after the fact that it was done, And I'm gonna go ahead and cut to that clip right now. Guys, I think I found out why it's popping a little bit. Someone forgot to put 2 of the nuts on the ball joints. This one is literally finger loose. I think we found out what the problem was. So yeah, there were a couple drinks involved when installing this kit, and my buddies did not put the nuts on the ball joints. So she could have absolutely destroyed the front end of this car if it went like wrong. But thankfully we caught it in time. It was literally like a couple days after we installed it, insane popping. And you know, we were like, what is this noise? We thought it was the sway bar end links. It was not. But all in all, everything went on super smooth. Trunk setup, as you saw, was not complete. We're not gonna worry about that right now. We really wanna get it like on the road first. So we got it on the road. Now we're gonna kind of worry about the whole trunk setup and stuff like that. But the biggest thing, as I'm running out of daylight, was that the car is now on the road. My girlfriend's Mark 6 TDI is officially bagged. I'm so happy to see her happy. She deserves it. She's wanted to do this for a while, especially seeing my car when I first met her. She's always like kind of wanted to bag her car. So again, huge thank you to Raceland. I love you guys. Thank you for helping me out. Thank you for helping her out. Thank you for all the support that you've always given me, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Be on the lookout for the next video. The weekly grind is not over. We are doing it every single week, at least 1 upload a week, and we are going to continue that streak. I think we're on week like 5 right now or something like that, maybe even 6. If you guys have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below. DM me on Instagram. Make sure you follow the Instagram. In order to bag my girlfriend's Mark 6 TDI, we did have to pull the management system out of the 370Z. So unfortunately, the Z is going to be sitting for quite a while. Next video might be revolving around the issues that I've been having with the Mark 6 GTI that I own. It's been giving me a bunch of issues. It's starting to worry me that it's going to blow up. So that might be the next video you guys see next week. But thank you guys for watching. Huge shout out to Raceland. Make sure you check them out for any suspension needs. And I'll catch you guys next week in the next video. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys later.